I've got a bone to pick with Bethesda Game Studios. I know it's all the hype right now. Everybody's excited to play Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, which they released with astonishingly awesome looking graphics. And I'm going to preface this video saying that I am a huge Bethesda fan. I've enjoyed many of their games over the years. The original Oblivion launched when I was near the end of my high school career, so it's been a long time since I actually played that game. But I am not happy with their business strategy, and I'm going to explain why. I willfully chose not to purchase that game. Aside from the fact that I've already bought it twice, and I'm going to explain why I did that as the video progresses. But yeah, I think it was a really shady kind of move from Bethesda. And again, not to hate on the team that worked on the game. I mean, the effort that went into just enhancing its image. I mean, I don't want to just reduce it to a simple coat of paint that they've added onto the original game, because it's more than that. I mean, graphically, like I said, it just looks sensational. But from the footage I've seen of people playing the game, it's essentially the same game. It just looks way shinier. It's like they took an old pair of shoes and just polished them up completely and are selling you them at a new price. That is where we've got a problem. So like I said, I've played that game. I put in probably maybe 60 to 100 hours way back, and I enjoyed every second of it. Definitely one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. And of course, I played Skyrim. My first introduction to the Elder Scrolls franchise was with Morrowind. I played Morrowind on the original Xbox before I even owned a PC of my own. And then I had the 360. I played Oblivion on that. And then down the road, when I got rid of all my consoles, because, you know, PC is obviously the master race. With games, I think so. Maybe I'll make a video on that. But playing Skyrim on PC was, that was just again, a phenomenal experience. Loved it. We could talk about how the games have been kind of watered down to, they're catering to the largest demographic possible. So, you can see the transition from even prior to Morrowind, Daggerfall, and even before that, Arena. I know Daggerfall is an immense game. It's enormous. And, the quest guidance, like the arrow indicators, none of that is in the game. Especially like with Morrowind, it's lots of reading if you play the vanilla version without any mods. So it's a more challenging game. It just truly is. You have to pay attention. You have to read. You have to learn. Taking notes alongside playing the game would actually help you. But they did away with a lot of that, especially during Oblivion, which it just makes for a more fun experience playing a game. I don't know about you, but I'm not really keen on working while I'm playing a game. You do kind of want to shut your brain off to a degree, and just to enjoy the experience ultimately. Because when work is work, games are games. And of course, Skyrim took it up a notch, I'd say, in just the ease with which anyone could start the game and just, progress through it any which way, because it's an open world RPG, which is sensational. It's awesome. But yes, my issue with, getting back to the core of this video, my issue with Bethesda selling the game at, in America, it's $50. Here in Canada, it's almost $80 with tax if you buy it on, and you're buying a digital version. And I'm like, come on. So I bought the game for Xbox 360 way back. And then when I got my PC, my first PC, probably about 10 years back by now, I got the anthology with all the Bethesda games from Arena to Skyrim. And yeah, it's easily one of my favorite game franchises. So I had no problem purchasing that anthology, which included all the games. I guess I bought Morrowind twice too, because it's in there as well. And I got to play Skyrim, my first game on that. So I've made multiple purchases of this game, and right from that point, I'm not buying it a third time. I would have hoped they would have sold it at, even half that price, which is still a lot, because at the end of the day, it's just a graphical upgrade, maybe a few tweaks to the UI, but it's nothing, it's nothing mind-bending. I actually booted up the PC version just to play through it for a couple hours, and I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I fell into it completely. It's amazing. It's fun, very simple. It's so simple. And I realistically, I couldn't see myself investing, is that even the right word to say, time into a game like that. It's the same game, just 20 years later. Here's my biggest gripe. Bethesda brought this out, I'm assuming months, maybe a month even, before Skyblivion releases. And Skyblivion is something that's been in development for almost 2 decades, shortly after Skyrim came out. So, 15 years. I was in school when that, I was in college when that development started. And I'm looking forward to that because it's a mod, I think. It's a mod, it's just an enormous mod that you attach to a pre-installed version of, if I'm not mistaken, Skyrim. So, and it's free. It's free. I'll probably, if it's awesome, which I'm sure it will be, I'll probably make a donation, because just the sheer amount of effort that these guys have put into building this passion-driven creation. I mean, there's no contest. It's going to have the graphics. It's going to have the UI updates. It's just going to be a brilliant game. The biggest selling point on that game for me, Skyblivion, is the fact that you can build a character in Cyrodiil and take it into Skyrim and, venture back and forth. So it's like 2 games in one with a massive graphical update. Aside from all the other updates, I'm sure the mechanics have been updated. Whatever they could do to polish it and clean it up, take what Bethesda did, the brilliance of what Bethesda did, and just expand on it. It's still a lot of speculation at this point because no one's played it. We've seen images; they look great. Video footage, a little bit of video footage, but that's something I thought I would patiently wait for, and in the meantime, not jump on this it just seems kind of shady, this shady, opportunistic strategy to milk their fan base prior to the release of Skyblivion. That's all I see. That's all I see when I think about this situation. And I know it's games, in a sense, it's kind of frivolous, but, gaming is huge in the world. A lot of people, billions of people play games. And, I like how the Oblivion Remaster has given an opportunity for a new generation of gamers to get introduced to Oblivion. But again, the mechanics are dated, 20 years old. It's glitchy, it's janky, it's just not, it's clunky, lots of bugs. It's apparently from the system requirements. I mean, my PC's relatively new and it would be pushed to its brink. I mean, we're talking about, I guess it's the Unreal 5 engine that's really taxing on the hardware. But yeah, could not justify that purchase. So I'm going to continue to wait patiently so I can explore the passion project that is Skyblivion. And if you're unfamiliar with that, punch that word, Skyblivion, into YouTube and take a look at what's been cooking for a long time. I'd actually forgotten about it until the remaster of Oblivion came out, and I thought, there's something else going on here. And that's why I'm making this video, just to let you know why I, among millions, chose to go the other way. I just didn't think a third purchase was warranted, especially when the fans have taken it upon themselves to put their hearts and souls into something that I think it's going to be tremendous. So I'm not going to put any time into Oblivion or Skyrim or any of those games until this new, again, this fan-made project is released, and I can explore that for probably the final time I'll step foot in those 2 provinces of Tamriel. But yeah, that'll be cool to explore. But anyways, you guys have a great one. And again, this video isn't to bash the creativity, the brilliance of the franchise itself, but it's just this kind of snaky corporate move, clearly corporate, that thought we can make a quick buck, putting this game out before the real one comes out. Yeah. Not a fan of that kind of business practice, but, you know, for what it is, the games, they're just so much fun. Again, they're simple, they're fun, but they can still be enjoyed. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's to each of us to decide how we spend our money, really. But anyways, you guys have a great one. Happy gaming, and I will catch you in another video. Take care.